Hey,
oh yeah, buddy. Let's get it. We got some comments up in here, brother.
Let's go.
Jackie, I am the alpha and I'm the omega. The Vanguard is coming. Yes, we'll show you for free, brother, every single week. AE, dude, we got inspiration from you, brother. We don't have the moves like you, brother. But GM Snooch. We got thank you, brother. Kind of late, but no, you appreciate you, man. Loud GM. Ryla K.
Let's go.
GM. Good morning, Witty Kitty. We got Catwoman, Joanne. Happy Monday, Joanne. You're the best. Mount Doji. Aye. Where's Crimson, man? Slacking over here. I'll say, whatever he says. And then also, Winter Free. Appreciate you, brother. The Wolf Lizard. Web3 Gaming is going to be big, brother. Web3 Gaming is going to be big.
Let's go. Good morning, gamers. It is Monday, August 26th. Welcome back to Ready Up, your weekly show to catch everything that's happening in Web3 gaming. Why? Because gaming is the ultimate crypto consumer app. I am your host, Iceyyy Gaming. We're running duos alongside. You've heard of the Wolf of Wall Street. Well, meet the Wolf of Web3 Gaming, Payton Kaleiwahea, K9 of the K9s that is WolvesDAO, the best alpha pack in Web3 gaming that just turned 3 years old.
Yes, sir.
Payton,
dude, we're getting old. In dog years, brother. What's that, like 21? In crypto years, even longer than that, man.
21 barky boys. Let's
21
go.
Old barky boys.
Are you ready to do some push-ups, Payton? That's right. I watched your entire Friday live stream. That was amazing.
Dude, did you? Dude,
show.
Okay, I was surprised. Dude, there was 23, 25 average concurrent the whole time. I was like so surprised on YouTube when I saw the analytiks. I was like, geez, Louise, that's like a classroom, bro. I was like super happy about it. I didn't think anybody was going to be there for freaking 3 hours. KE definitely was, and definitely shouldn't have spent her anniversary watching my ass talking and rambling for 3 hours. So no, I appreciate everybody that came out. That was really awesome. And thank you for showing up the whole time.
No, thank you for putting it on, man. It was awesome. What a week. My goodness. It's always a busy week in gaming, in crypto. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to cover WolvesDAO turning 3, do a little bit of just a little bit. Sonium, PlayStation is launching a blockchain. Sony is launching a blockchain. What is going on? We're going to talk about that. Crypto games, winners and losers from Gamescom. We're gonna cover that. We're also gonna look at the Black Myth Wukong trailer. Switch that up a little bit. Let's take a look at potentially Game of the Year trailer. We're gonna cover it all. But before we do, please, guys, go ahead and retweet the space if you're tuning in on X. Hit the like button, add some liquidity. It really helps us grow and get the show out there. We do have another Nexus Lifetime Gaming Pass to give away. Shout out to Nexus. They officially launched last week on Johnny's birthday. Talk about birthdays. Shout out to Johnny Hustlepedia. Happy birthday, brother. If you guys have not wished Johnny a happy birthday, please go do so. Payton, these passes, look at that floor price, 0.39 ETH.
So people don't know this. We also have like a fantasy draft between Hunter Solaire, Johnny, and Spark
Gorilla, Hunter,
and freaking Johnny picked Nexus and also this thing of ours. So talk about betting on yourself. And he's just like, dude, I'm gonna market make the hell out of these so I can win this fantasy draft. No, in real talk though, it's been a freaking amazing watching his platform go live and everything. So happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to that platform because it is amazing. And KE, I think Jaxie also had it too. So it was great.
Yeah, it's been a labor of love. I remember after Art Basel Miami last year, we hung out with Johnny. I think it was maybe Sam and Paisan actually, and we all went to Johnny's place, and he was giving us like an early demo of the platform. So it's really, really great to see him launch this the ultimate crypto gaming, crypto portfolio tracker, analytics, so much stuff coming, game discoverability platform. It's really awesome.
But we also amazing to just see like everybody else like putting the feedback in and how fast he's actually implementing it. I know Crypto Gorilla had like a lot of things in which that he was doing that like he recommended, but definitely the most alpha is just going to Hustle's master gaming watch list. I just see if this number goes up in terms of the tokens, and his picks are freaking top notch, man. He's top notch.
I mean, he top 2 and he's not 2. Hustlepedia is out here. We also got to thank the sponsors that make this show possible, starting with OpenSea, the preferred marketplace of Ready Up. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, OpenSea has whatever you need. Discover, buy, and sell a diverse range of digital assets, from unique art pieces, virtual real estate, and of course, your in-game items. OpenSea is the largest and most trusted marketplace, and my preferred marketplace when I go buy or sell my NFTs. So when you're buying and selling your gaming NFTs, make sure to do so on OpenSea. And if you're looking to play some games, check out Honeyland, our preferred mobile game of Ready Up, where you can play to earn for free. You can download the game and try it out for free right now. We've given out a bunch of Genesis eggs. They're cooking nonstop, of course. They just partner with Gateway. I think that's like a Star Atlas kind of platform. They've got partnerships out the wazoo, cooking on Solana. And of course, there's 10 days left to complete your season pass and get this month's exclusive cosmetics. So if you have not done that, you want to keep cooking. King Snooch in the comments, I know that you're playing Honeyland, so make sure that you complete the season pass and get all those cosmetics. Shout out to Crypto Cade pulling up.
Hey, Crypto Cade.
Brother,
dude. Also, Bragg, Mr. Bragg from Cityverse. Shout out to them. Thanks for coming in for Ready Up.
Big shout out, big shout out. Before we get into the culture, let's just do the market report.
Yes,
let's
sir.
let y'all know what's going on in the markets. It was an explosive week. Crypto markets rallied after the Fed chair Jerome Powell signaled that a rate cut could be imminent. Pump it up. Crypto prices perform better in low interest rate environments. And with that, Bitcoin is up about 9% on the week, currently sitting at 63,672, hitting a high of 65,000. That was big.
Yeah.
After touching a low of 57,800. Man, some of these it's just wild being at 57 and then 65. It feels like a lot. Even though it's only 10%. Ethereum is up about 4% on the week, currently sitting at $2,000, $2,730 US dollars. Darling of the cycle, Solana is up 11%, sitting at $159.
Congratulations, Easy, on those longs.
Yeah,
he had
right.
Like longs, and he called it, I think, 135 strike price or something like that. That's crazy. GG's.
Listen, shout out to Easy, man. I thought Easy was cooking before. I guess Choose Rich Nick kind of told Easy that, you're falling off a little bit. And Easy was like, okay, watch this.
Yeah.
So if you guys are not familiar, I guess they have a Bodagos whale chat for all the Bodagos holders, where Easy will give some of his early trade signals and his thesis on what he's doing. And they're cooking, man. He called Flog. I don't even know about this meme coin Flog. It's all over the timeline. I ignore a lot of this stuff, but I guess he called it maybe like 2.5 weeks ago, and it's up massive. It's up big. And so they're doubling down on like the Bodagos IP.
Right.
And I think like offering more value to the holders and just more insights into what like Easy's got going on. So there's a lot of cool
alpha groups, right?
Yeah,
let's go.
Well, but he even says, he's like, this is not like a cook group. Like, yes, I'm going to be sharing stuff, and yes, there will be cooks, but like it goes so much deeper, right? He's like, I'm good at trading, but guess what? The Bodagos guys, Choose Rich Nick, Clemente, Pio, they're also good at other things. So I think they're going to be like, kind of teaching and helping people. They crush it on the merch side. They're really great entrepreneurs and business people. Obviously, they understand content. So I think it's like, it's going to be kind of an all-purpose group. So really cool. Shout out to Bodagos. We love them.
Yeah, no, I love the Bodagos. Oh,
yeah, look at those two. They're like, no, yeah, let's go to this. With the Fear and Greed Index sitting at 55, we are entering into greed territory, a sharp contrast to the fear level of 28 just last week. Boy, how things can change.
Yeah.
Sell, buy fear and sell greed, guys.
Just look at that. Last month, 72 greed. Last week, fear 28. Yes. Yeah. Pretty much dictates the timeline as well, too.
Yeah, it's feeling the whiplash of these markets. No, I am. Let's take a look at some gaming coins. We're seeing some big moves in the lower market cap gaming tokens. WAGMI Games up 52% on the week. This is my watch. I got to share my watch list with you, Payton. But yeah, WAGMI Games up 52%, currently sitting at 0.05 cents. Big congrats to them. Still only a $15 million market cap. This has been like one of my picks, man, for a while, of like super low market cap, quality team.
Yeah, you did tell me about it offline.
Knows how to create hype, and their token has a history of pumping. So shout out to CryptoCade in the audience. Did an amazing activation for WAGMI Games, obviously at Rare Evo. Citus is also a big mover, up 50%. Superverse, Payton. Shout out to Crypto Gorilla. That was another one of his picks on Alpha Wolves.
And so was Ka.
Yeah, up 42% on the week, sitting at 74 cents. Our beloved Prime is up. Wait, do I have this right? Is it 39%?
Right now on CoinGecko, it's 40%. Yeah.
On the week. Sitting at $8.40, in part due to Ansem tweeting out like it's going to 100 or something like that. It was up like 20% like an hour after he tweeted that. So Ansem still moves markets. Immutable is up 35%, $1.48. Shout out to Immutable. AVAX is up about 28%, sitting at $26.58 per AVAX. Ronin lagging behind a little bit, only up about 8% on the week, sitting at $1.72, but up big off of like the lows. I think I scooped some at like $1.40. So, nice. You know, still doing quite well.
Yeah, for sure.
On the other side of the coin, guys, crypto unicorns down about 23% after some bad news in their most recent town hall. We actually are going to cover that news a bit. Elixir is down 19%, Bloodloop down 12%. You see some other tokens there. What's Nyan? What's Nyan on the week? Nyan is 1%, so kind of shout out to Nyan. Season 3 is back.
Yeah, season 3 is live. I saw it on the timeline. Everyone was doing it.
Yeah. Last but not least, Ton coin from Telegram's token down 18% as the founder gets arrested on kind of like trumped up charges. You know, speculation is that like essentially for refusing to censor his platform. He was arrested in a French airport. They have more strict social media, you know, speech laws out there. Charges, but also include like terrorism and money laundering. But that's a bit beyond the scope of this show.
For sure. I don't know too much about it, but from what I heard, it's just the rumors of like the privacy, right? End-to-end encryption strictness and stuff.
Really, like, I mean, the outpour reaction of everyone was like, this is total BS and like not good for you know, like our freedom of speech and you know, just like setting a terrible precedent going forward.
Good for him on being so convicted though that he's like, you know, going through with it.
Dude, he's kind of based from what I can see, man. Base as fuck. Sorry, I don't try not to swear on this show. Shout out to Adonis in the chat, brother. Good to see you, man.
Adonis too, if you want to. A lot of people are on YouTube. That's usually where everyone hangs out in terms of comment section because it's a lot better in terms of a platform when it comes to just interacting with it. So Twitter. Well, it's called X now. Adonis, if you want to jump over, go for it. But
guys, make sure you're following Adonis though. Super dope creator doing a bunch of good stuff in the space. Did want to shout out Sovereign Jawa. Surprised Ansem can pump a coin size of Prime so much. Not a meme coin trader, so I didn't know. Yeah, dude.
Seriously, Sovereign, that guy is like the Becker, but on 1,000 steroids for gaming. Like he's amazing in terms of like what he can actually do. Not amazing as like a person, but like the amount of influence he has over an army of people that will do whatever he says. It's pretty disgusting.
As the kids like to say, Payton, he's got motion.
I don't know what the kids are
saying. You know who else got motion? Hype Teddy in the chat.
Yes,
appreciate you, brother. Good to see you. We shouting out Stardust and Shrapnel and the Web3 gaming is gonna be big hoodie. Man, this thing is so comfortable. It's like oversized hoodie. Get it? It's a joke.
Yeah, I know. It's like a Snuggie.
gonna be big. All right, guys, let's talk about WolvesDAO turning 3.
Yes,
can we talk about that, Payton?
Yes, we can, dude.
Happy
It's
birthday,
freaking
man.
amazing. Yeah, dude, I got emotional whenever we did the town hall. That was like something that surprised me when we had it for the Wolves. But this is Corey, so we had like a very fun, like family oriented town hall before. We invited three new people that we felt like embodied like why we wanted to invite, which was Cypher's Phoenix, Yukin, and also 100x Caesar. But then also you got to see the kind of the end of the journey, or at least the middle of the journey, which is also getting their SBT, which Corey got his. I don't think James got his, but also or Jordan didn't get his, and then also Chris Adrock, he got his. So those three got it. So yeah, it was a fantastic time, man. And yeah, just the timeline, I was surprised on how much people. I don't know, just reading all of it. I pulled my inner Jiho and just retweeted everything. And I think I missed some, so I'm gonna definitely try to go back if somebody tags me or something. But it was honestly, it was just a beautiful sight, man. Got emotional for sure.
It was so cool to see everybody's Wolves SBTs on the timeline, because it's so organic, right? Like, you know, when the SBTs were launched, it wasn't to become anything. It wasn't to do airdrops. It wasn't even, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there was an intention for them to be PFPs or whatnot, but it's just like, it just feels like such an organic collection. And there's so much emotional connection, at least for me, to the SBT. So seeing everybody, you know, unprompted share their SBTs and, you know, their stories and a little bit about what WolvesDAO means to them was just absolutely beautiful to see. Yeah, dude, I love my. If you guys haven't seen my SBT, how perfect is it? It's got poker in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of icy. He's also kind of like smiling, like he's like
he's a happy wolf.
Yeah,
he's a happy wolf for sure.
I love that, dude. But your PFP,
hilarious.
Can we go to your PFP? Because I saw yours.
I didn't really have a choice. Let's just be honest.
But yours is so iconic, man. I feel like this is gonna go down like as such an iconic image. I don't know. It's just so regal. It's the gold, obviously. And this is just you, man. It's just you. Really, really incredible.
I appreciate you. You also had a question about the PFPs, if like we meant them. Yes, because Kanye at the time, and this is we'll end on this. The last thing was that, if you remember, Sparksy's old PFP was Kanye. Yes,
I do.
Kanye was going through a blender, and he was like, I need to change my PFP like right away. So it ends up that we like went through a lot of, not because of Sparksy, but it definitely was we wanted to make it more like PFPs, just because there's some of us that wanted to represent it on a public sphere, which was me and Sparksy. And then to your point, we didn't know how many people were going to rep it publicly. But I'm glad that they did.
Incredible, man. What a it's crazy that it's only been 3 years. I feel like WolvesDAO has been around since like my existence and birth into crypto gaming. So what a milestone. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to the core admin team. Congratulations to Wolves. Thank you on behalf of like Web3 gaming. Like, thank you for everything that you guys do and have done, giving me a home and a family. I've said it before. I said it in my thread. The first time that we ever spoke, you know, you were like, welcome to the fam. Just, you know, that's how it was. And now it like, it's just, I always remember that. And it's like, oh, there's like a family here. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing. And congratulations to Caesar, Yukin, Cypher's Phoenix. That's such a cool thing, man. 3 people minted their SBTs. 3 new Wolves were invited and entered in on the 3-year anniversary. What a again, so thoughtful, so tasteful. It's a beautiful thing.
No, I love it. And also something that I just always get giddy over is whenever AE puts on his dance moves. And AE, we just wanted to showcase you again, brother.
Shout out to AE. New dance.
Yes, sir. Dude, just seriously so good. AE, you're the man. It meant a lot to me, especially like for people that don't know, like I was like really emotional during that town hall, just like reflecting on the last like 3 years, and it was just really cool to end my weekend on you. AE was amazing. Also somebody that's been part of my journey for a long time, so shout out to you, AE. You're the man. Happy 3rd year.
It's so cool, man. What a time to be alive. So amazing. Shout out to Adrian. Appreciate you, brother. What else we got? Oh, Payton, quick culture things. Sam dropping a banger on the timeline. How many views does this have now? 89,000 views.
So good.
This is, guys, if you have not read this is absolute mandatory reading. This is Paul Bettner, and Sam goes into his story with like exclusive, never before seen interview footage that Sam has with Paul, but he also dug through the archives and found old interviews with Paul, really just breaking down the essence that is Paul Bettner, his design philosophy, his life philosophy. What
so good.
Amazing thread. Yeah.
I don't usually like read like threads like twice. And like I read every single one, and you can see me like I didn't even do this pre-show. I was literally going through each one, watching and then liking, watching and then liking, or reading and then liking. It was just literally so good just to also understand a person that's in our space that is this thoughtful was also kind of, it was like Sam put on an amazing thread, but he also showcased the person so well.
Yes.
And it just made me like, just Web3 gaming's inevitable, which is like his brand, right? Like it just shows like, man, it definitely is like having Paul Bettner in our specific corner, thinking about like engaging technologies. Insane. It's amazing.
It's absolutely insane. Did you guys know that Paul Bettner was in a Super Bowl commercial?
Yeah, that was cool.
Come on now. Like, dude, you guys have to go read this thread. It's a banger. What I love about this, Payton, exactly what you said, you know, having someone like Paul Bettner on in our industry, building and seeing the vision just is like so validating. And it's work like this from Sam that amplifies that message and communicates to more people what we're doing. So I just think that like credit to Sam, and I appreciate him putting this together. Very much inspired by, I think Pixorcerer kind of popularized this format of writing and this format of thread, and even like the
he
videos.
shouted out to him at the end.
Yeah, he does.
That's awesome of him to like really like also be like, oh, this person, and give credit to the person that got inspired by, which is like, you know, a lot of people don't do that. So shout out to
you
Sam.
Always got to tip your hat to you know, the inspirations. But it's like, it's this type of stuff that we can now point to and make it easier for people to be like, oh, you don't believe in Web3 gaming? Like, do you know about Paul Bettner? Do you know about Words with Friends? Do you know about like Age of Empires? Like, here, check this out. Like, read this for 2-3 minutes. And then they're like, oh, whoa, like, wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, 100%.
This is incredible. Shout out to Shady Shiba. I told Katie this. I always thought Paul could manhandle a bear, but it's just because every time I saw him on camera, the camera was angled upwards, making him look built like a Mack truck.
Yeah, 100% Shady. That's for sure. Yeah, Paul Bettner is also just an amazing visionary. If you ever kind of hear him just kind of go on a tangent, it's one of the, it just gets you motivated and you start getting emotions. You're just like, man, I do believe, you know. And so it's amazing. But what you gotta
love about Paul is like his childlike enthusiasm for gaming, for, you know, the wonder for what he does, that bringing that passion and curiosity to life, and just like, man, how can you not root for him? Shout out to McChillin real quick in the chat. What a great way to get ready for the week. Brother, I wish you were here for our little Bodago section. You would have appreciated that. You have to run that back. Let's move on though, Payton. Our little bit
talk
of
to me about the last week's mints. Like who cooked, buddy?
Some people cooked last week, man. Shout out to Call of the Void, minting their Heart Genesis 4,444 supply. Shout out to 44 Labs. Shout out to Jay-Z 444. You know, little profit there with some IMX. Definitely with IMX going up. Dark Machine, man. Dark Machine was the cook of the week. 333 supply, sitting at 0.23 ETH. My goodness.
Some people did though in the Alpha Wolves, they did talk about Dark Machine being that they thought it would be higher because it was like backed by Tencent. And like just I think it was Tencent.
A low supply.
Yeah, in terms of low supply, they thought it was going to be going to like 1 ETH. So it did underperform in some ways, but at the same time, like that's 0.23 ETH you never had before, right? So let's talk about it.
I don't have it down, man. I didn't get into the mint, and I think I've got like a DM open with that. I think I reacted to a trailer or something like that, but I also think I dropped the ball, so maybe that's my bad.
Yeah,
I chose poor, guys. I chose poor. We also got to shout out Jonah. Shout out to the Real Agency minting out his PFP collection. Been in the works for a long time. Partnered with Polygon and Magic Eden. 2,500 supply. I think like 2,000 were like either airdropped or reserved for like his key holders. But it minted out pretty quick as well for $100. I actually don't think that floor price is right. Last time I checked, it was just above the floor price. But if anyone's unfamiliar, Jonah launched a free mint with his Real Agency key almost 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, right around the time I was doing my award show, January 2023. And since then, he's been working on his PFP project with like his anime style art. It's been cool to kind of see him build in public. And congratulations.
He's been very vocal throughout the whole process, the art and everything. And he's been very open.
And it's really, I think he posted about it too before in terms of like the idea and the business prop behind Real Agency and kind of like what he's doing with this PFP. It's like not really for the consumer. It's kind of for like the Web3 gaming professional kind of working in the space. Obviously, Jonah and Real Agency, they get access to a lot of giveaways or whitelists or things like that. So I think that will go to benefit his community because as a key holder, you had access to all of that. So I'm sure that this is just gonna lean into it. Floor is 190 Matic. Yeah, but I think it minted around like 190 Matic. So it's like right around mint price. But shout out to Jonah. Congratulations. And shout out to anybody else who cooked. I think the revolving games node sales were launched last week.
They're starting. They're starting, and I think they're going on. I don't think they're finished just yet. So, and I don't know if you're going to be able to trade them like right off the rip either. So.
Yeah.
But tell me, Ben, what's coming up this week, brother? Like Web3 Gamer's also just cooking. So just gonna give you flowers for if you guys have not followed Web3 Gamer, they have been literally the intern has been freaking cooking. But also at the same time, just like everything has been just every single day. There's constant news, man. So congratulations on really just doing well with Web3 Gamer. But tell me about this upcoming mints.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Shout out to Taylor Sid, the Web3 Gamer intern who is putting all that amazing stuff together. Oh man, he had an even better recap of last week's mints that I missed. But upcoming mints this week, we got Scape minting on tomorrow, 0.01 ETH, supply 5,000. We also got X Protocol minting. I guess it's a node sale. I'm not too familiar. That's a great thing about interns. They just cook, and I'm like, I learned from the interns. We got Ancient 8 minting with their Space 3. Space 3 is big, so there's going to be 8,888. It's a free mint. Late August, I guess, is the date, so maybe not this week. The week's almost over, so yeah, it's got to be this week. Cyberdins is probably the big one. Shout out to Paladin's DAO. 5,500 supply. It's going to be one cyber. I guess I don't know too much about that, but if you are interested in those upcoming mints, I think all the details are linked right below. You can go check out like the actual tweets and all that information. So shout out to Taylor Sid and Web3 Gamer for putting that on.
And I agree, Matt. There is so many new mints. And it's also what I really like about it is like there's like the Paladins DAO and X Protocol, like people that like I recognize. And so I'm just excited that like, people are starting to come out with their products. Like even Jonah, man, congratulations. It's freaking tough, dude. It's a very tough to like just mint and do a whole bunch of, it's just freaking difficult.
And it is difficult, Payton. And I have so much respect for the people who have been here through the bear market and built, because that's how it's like real, like all the collections they're launching, wish them all the success. And like, it's cool to see them launch, right? Paladin's DAO was born in the bear. So like, I support them full stop. But like, WolvesDAO to me has been here through thick and thin, and it just means so much. And that's like the people that have been here. And that's what I hope to kind of lend thoughts to on Ready Up in terms of like, we've watched them build over the past 2 years. I can vouch for them. I can speak for them. Right. Versus like projects that just kind of pop up and it's like, hey, we're back with a mint. And it's like, who are you? Like what?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, the people that always like stayed in the bear or like launched in the bear, which we're going to talk about the next one here, which it launched in the bear, which was XBorg. But like, I just has the utmost respect for me because like to still believe in the space at 16K Bitcoin, bro, it was rough. It was rough out there.
It was rough, man.
But yeah, let's talk about XBorg, brother.
Yeah, this is the token tracker section of the show. So we're going to look at either.
I also want to shout out MyProx. He said, MyProx said, can we change the previous like little thing to like who cooked? And I think that's a great title. So we should definitely name the NFT or whatever that we had in terms of token tracker, NFT tracker to who cooked. I love that.
I love that, MyProx. Appreciate you, brother. Also, shout out to Keith for retweeting the space. I'm sure there's a bunch of other. Let me look at who retweeted on Payton's side. View quotes. Let's see. We got Crimson Caravan, MyProx, of course, Graslow, Bambo, Bragg. Shout out to Bragg, community manager for Cityverse Tycoon. Been seeing Bragg all over the timeline.
He's a new hire, and you can feel it already, man. He's awesome.
I love it. Hey, keep up the good work, Bragg. We see you out here, baby. Jaxie, of course. But yeah, token tracker. Who tokened? We'll name this section who tokened. XBorg tokened last week, man. Day one trading volume, $4 million in volume. They launched with 100%.
That was rough. That was rough out there, guys. Don't worry, I got you guys covered.
100% investor unlocks in the market. They went the DEX route. No market makers, no central exchanges. Just pure raw on the market and letting the market do what the market does. Talk about real prices. Talk about confidence in their product.
Yeah.
Shout out to XBorg.
So just to kind of give a background on this, because we talked a little bit about Alpha Wolves, it is definitely one of those things that have never really been done before. Is like fully investor locks. Just really anybody that wants to sell, they can sell. And there was a massive dip in a liquidation event for XBorg, but then
they did not like the people that sold.
They were upset and everything like that. But I was kind of talking about this in terms of the way that we talked about in Alpha was that like it was a different market back then whenever probably investing into XBorg. Yeah. So getting that money back probably was something that they didn't care about the relationship there. But at the same time, too, it's like there's still a lot of like inflation to be had. So just also mind that I think they're only at like 15% of the whole token supply. So it's still like a.
Well, I'm curious about are you saying that because that's what CoinGecko said?
In terms of CoinGecko,
or is that the case? Do we know that?
Yeah, CoinGecko has it in terms of that, but if I can't trust CoinGecko or some of these other ones, I don't know.
All right, no, you're right. Okay, it's 100% investor unlocks, but yes, all the other unlocks are still vesting. It's early.
In terms of circulating supply, there's like 215, which is like it's 20% of the whole supply. Just understand that whenever you guys are doing this and you're hearing the 100%. Investor unlocks and all that stuff, there's still a lot of like sell pressure to be had or inflation to be had. So just wanted to kind of point that out to our people here that just be careful out there.
Lems, how dare I question Payton? He is 100% accurate. If you check the light paper, it shows it. My apologies. That's a very, very good point. Full disclosure, I did invest or my team and we have invested. We have not sold yet, but I might take a little bit off the table.
Just know that there's inflation. I don't think I have any specific one, but at the same time, I don't know their specific one. Maybe Lems can enlighten us in terms of whenever it is. Yeah, the 100% is misleading. I think it's just they're not used to it, Lems. And I don't know if it's misleading, but it's just like they're just not used to it. Whenever they see 100%, they probably think the whole supply. But yeah, they were the 100% investor unlocks and all that stuff, which is it's a bold move, Cotton. But,
it's a bold move.
Good to go.
Let's move quickly through the token tracker section. Dark times are a changing, and the $sign time. So must be teasing their upcoming token. Dark times is cooking. King Snooch is community liaison over there, so he's always telling us about it. I've seen some of their deck and some of the gameplay. It looks super good. I'm excited for that. I also think I threw a little bit of money into their KOL round.
Nice.
Always dump on your friends, Joe. Shout out to Dark Times. They got a token coming. Pay attention probably on the game to watch section, really. Who else has a token coming? Yeah, you had it. Planet X with their GLX token. I guess the pre-sale is coming soon. This is from Galax Coin, Galax Coin. Probably their foundation is what I would have to assume. We're not joking when we say the gaming bull run hasn't started yet. Not until we launch our token. Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see. Mystery Foundation, another foundation. We got foundations on foundations. So of course, from the Mystery Society, shout out to Chris Heatherly, friend of the show. Mystery Society is launching their token, $Mystery. I actually really like that one, even though it's a little long.
I also just like the way that their token looks. Cool.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I love everything about this game, this community. They're also launching with 50% of the supply allocated to the community. So you'll love to see that. That feels very bullish. I like the game. I like the team. I like the way that they've gone about things. So I'm excited for this. I hope that they continue to do well.
They've been very Web3 in their marketing and also their partnerships and stuff like that. And shout out to like Jonah and everything like that. I think he tries really hard with Mystery Society. I think he's the closest in terms of like being kind of somewhat on their marketing side for that. And then also I've seen like Iceyyy play it and all that stuff. I definitely want to play. I think we gotta play for like Ready Up.
It wasn't open for like a long time. It was like private play test, but I think it's like now more open. I would love to play it too. I think it's like the perfect kind of social
it's a perfect,
game night. It's Among
especially
Us.
For us.
Like, dude, let's do it. Sponsored by OpenSea. Let's get into some game updates. We got a few game updates for you, and then we'll do some quick hits. I don't know how we're already 40 minutes into the show.
I know.
But we got a few.
We got to pick it up.
Otherside is cooking. They launched their poker alpha test last week for VIP holders, kind of teasing some of the open the Otherside land and gameplay and like what it looks like in there. I like that they're launching with poker. That speaks to me.
Yeah, it speaks to Mr. Iceyyy Poker
Nights. They are like very poker native. I remember even in Decentraland, they had a poker table. They had like a ship. They had their, Bored Ape ship in Decentraland, and they had poker tables there that you could go play on. So this is all they've always kind of been poker native. Payton, if you go to their Twitter and just like scroll a little bit, you'll see a lot of like screenshots and even clips. I don't know how I feel about it. Even if you keep scrolling, there's a lot more. I'm curious how you guys feel about this and what you look at. To me, it feels a lot like Decentraland, if I'm gonna be honest, and that's not really a good thing. I feel like a lot of the things that Decentraland struggled with in terms of it feeling empty and it being limited and restricted and not having too much to do. Like that's cool, obviously, grinding on the rails.
Yeah, for sure.
Stuff. But like that's also
you can do that in Fortnite, right? And also shoot. So,
and of course they've got their shooter with Project Dragon or whatever. But like I just listen, I've been very excited and like bullish when they released the Otherside trailer and the first gameplay. It looked good to me. I was one of the few people that was like, oh, like I like what I'm seeing, right? It felt like Zelda Tears of the Kingdom kind of thing. But now that I see this, like as someone who spent a lot of time, I mean, that is Decentraland.
You sure you don't see this?
Like that is like very culture core kind of Decentraland, people doing the emotes, twerking, having fun, which is I love, don't get me wrong, it's fun, it's cool. But like this, with even the names on top of it, even one cool thing, you can see that they're streaming the poker game on the screen in the background.
Right, that's cool.
So like the community can watch it, which is a very cool feature, but is also very Decentraland. Like that's what Decentraland has and does. And it's just like seeing this doesn't really make me that excited or bullish on Otherside. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
Even their poker kind of like integration, as a table wasn't that inspiring from a poker side. So
and Lems, no. The answer is no. He's bag for the win. Always.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no, unless Otherside wants to throw me a bag for doing stuff, then I take back everything that I said. Otherside for the moon, guys. I'll host poker nights for 4 days.
No, 100%.
Moving on. Shout
Congratulations to Pixels.
winning most impactful Web3 company from PG. Was it Pocket Gamer?
Yeah, Pocket Gamer mobile games. Yeah, for sure. It's a Pocket Gamer is like a pretty big I guess
outlet
mobile
media
type of media and stuff like that. So congratulations to them and everything like that. It's crazy that 2024 awards are coming like around the corner. It's like August already and about to be like pretty much on the descent for all these different types of awards. And Pixels definitely deserves this specific limelight because they were cooking all week and they've probably been the most consistent in terms of just like what they've been doing. So no, congratulations to them.
Big shout out to Pixels. Yeah, Luke, shout out to Luke as well, guys. Incredible content creator, making great videos, also making great threads. If you guys aren't following Luke Franks, please go do so. He posted a breakdown of like everything you need to know from this week's AMA. So there's a bunch of stuff cooking. Payton, if you'll scroll down just a little bit. They've got a ton game coming.
Nice.
Hold on, let me try and find the link on my side. They've got a lot coming, which is really cool and exciting. I think they had their Rave in the Cave event, of course.
Rave in the Cave. I just didn't click on it. I didn't expand. My apologies.
No, you're good. You're good. I think that's basically it. It's a really good thread if you're looking for all of the updates in the Pixels world. We'll have it linked down below.
Sick. Another Ronin game, though, that has been also cooking is Ragnarok Monster World. And I think when it comes to looking at it, I was surprised at how beautiful it looked. And I shouldn't be surprised anymore with Ronin of just like having more shippable games. I think that's something that I've learned from Ronin in this specific cycle is that like they want shipped games or at least very close to the finish line. And just being able to watch it on Twitter and everything like that was really cool. Here, let me put it here. Like Jiho, of course, being on the front lines as always, just really showcasing the gameplay. What do you think of the gameplay whenever you looked at it? It's off of a very famous like game called was it Clash Royale? Yeah, Clash Royale.
So Decrypt had a really good article on it, talking about basically it's the mobile spinoff from the classic Ragnarok Online, very familiar, big IP. If you've played Clash Royale, then you'll feel right at home in Ragnarok Monster World. The quote from Decrypt says, "It's a pretty unabashed clone, making only the modest tweaks to the familiar formula. In both games, you'll build a deck of 8 cards representing various fantastic creatures and warriors, then enter battle in an attempt to destroy your foe's castle before they crush your own." But he does say, even if it is derivative, it is off to a great start. I saw a lot of people clamoring for Ragnarok. Good to see them launch. I know Jiho was playing. He's like, I still play Clash Royale, so he's been loving Ragnarok. It looks great. It looks great. It looks super fun. Like, mobile.
Yeah. I will say too, Jiho is somebody that actually does play. He played Lubatera, I played Runiverse. He's somebody that is even as a co-founder for Ronin, he definitely tries the games that are on his platform, which is really cool. And also shout out to Ryan Ozawa.
Yes.
Native Hawaiian journalist. Thank you for putting this in. I want to give a shout out to my Hawaiian brethren.
No, so this is amazing. Thank you for reminding me. Shout out to Ryan, the writer for Decrypt. We always got to credit the writers. They're doing such great work over at Decrypt. Payton, will you click his Twitter bio, please? Or click onto his Twitter. Look at this. Look how OG my guy is. 2006. He has the official Hawaii handle on Twitter.
That's amazing.
And you're wearing your Hawaii shirt today. It couldn't be more perfect. Shout out to Hawaii, Geek Dad in Paradise, native Hawaiian journalist, emerging tech editor, publisher of the Hawaii Bulletin, and Hawaii real estate, man. Like,
gotta cop this guy a follow. Yeah, it's awesome, man. We got us Hawaiians.
Yeah, Hawaii. You might have to reach out to this guy the next time you visit the Homeland, man.
Got to. Get out there. 100%.
Payton, do you have the thread from Impal on Ragnarok?
Yes, I do.
Okay, if you can scroll to the bottom of this, please. There's a really great thread kind of breaking down Ragnarok as well from Impal. I just wanted to share the conclusion here. Yeah, right there. If you're wondering why Ragnarok Monster World has taken over the Ronin chain feed, here's why. Basically, it's a core IP in Southeast Asia. Ronin's key target demographic is Southeast Asia. The game is especially focused on localizing for Thailand, so that's really cool. And there's a lot of excitement about the onboarding for Web2 Thai users. Shout out to George and the Meta Thai local now. I think he's been there long enough to be a local. He speaks the language, onboards a lot of Thai people to Web3 gaming through his TikTok streams. I did want to share this. I try and share all sides of the coin when we talk about this. He says, I won't claim that the game is amazingly fun or incredibly polished. It seems like there might have been some points about the quality, but if you're looking for the reason why it's successful, you look at the market, right? He does say it's almost guaranteed to get 500,000 downloads. It might not be the next Iceyyy, but there's no denying that it's a game to watch and talk about within the Ronin chain ecosystem. And, listen, we see the way that Ronin supports its game. So really cool to see that success. So yeah, that's Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's Ragnarok. One that's a little bit more choppy though, and I want to kind of set you up here, is the crypto unicorns, right? They had a huge there was a liquidation event. There was like a rumored liquidation event. I would love for you to give me insights on that, but also the aspect of like having to cut a lot of their specific people for that. What was the employees before and then after the cut?
They were a studio of about 80 people and they downsized to about 15.
That's right here.
So
that's right.
Quite a massive downsizing on the crypto unicorn side. First and foremost, hearts go out to crypto unicorns. They were our first sponsor on Ready Up. Really respect that team. We've covered a lot of their content. So you never want to see this. It's definitely somber and not great. But there is silver lining and hopes through the town hall. So let's talk about it a little bit. So our researcher and quant Conch kind of pulled this together, but I think it is important to I tried to find the sources and it didn't seem that they talked about it in detail on the town hall. They do reference a liquidation event. So the rumor, or apparently, they had about $4 to $5 million in ETH, and they borrowed against that, borrowing a few $1 million in USDC to fund the game. And, essentially they got liquidated after ETH crashed to, about $2,000 and maybe lost like $1 million. The plan was to borrow against ETH, and if ETH doubled and kept running, then it would have been great. But that didn't happen, which seems maybe a little bit risky and negligent on the team's part if that is true. But unconfirmed, I would say. Iceyyy apparently also capped their ability to fund by vesting the Iceyyy on a monthly basis. So they did migrate to Iceyyy, right? They received a big grant for that. So they're still going to be getting a multiple year Iceyyy grant, which should be about $100,000 per month at current prices.
And I just want to kind of also go into there is a lot of aspects of grants that people probably just don't fully understand, is that you don't get it all up front. You get it after specific milestones, and you have to know that that grant is going towards the funding or the funding of what that specific grant is for. So let's just say on-chain activity is what had to be the Iceyyy specific requirement, then that had to be reached, right? So probably also why that the path forward is more on-chain games is mostly for generating specific deflationary things for Iceyyy and all that aspect of things, so they can continue building with a smaller team.
Yeah, I mean, the big announcement, besides the layoffs, was their core game, their land and farming and breeding game, is going to be shutting down on August 31st. So later on this week, their core game is shutting down. They're halting breeding, so you'll no longer be able to breed.
Right,
and
more deflationary in terms of the economy.
And they talk about crypto unicorns becoming a fully on-chain game and experience. So again, layoffs like this are never great to see, but sometimes they are necessary. And they say that, this is what we believe will set us up, give us the best chances for success and moving forward. Of course, they just launched Rainbow Rumble, which is kind of their obstacle fun game. So they said that they're continuing to move full steam ahead with that, which is probably more appealing to traditional gamers beyond you know, the land farming game where you need assets and all that stuff. I just saw Ziori at Rare Evo. Spirits were good, but yeah, definitely hearts go out to Crypto Unicorns and wishing you guys the best.
Yeah, and I think Lem said it really well. It's like damn rough to see an OG crypto game having it happen, but unfortunately, it's the industry we live in and how things go. And yeah, I think it's just all of us coming to realization and probably getting used to the fact that like 99% of the games fail. We always talk about that and say it, but it's another thing of experiencing it, right? And so definitely one of those things that we just have to prepare ourselves as we get into. But one project that I don't want to fail is actually Nexus. And I just want to take a stamp here to be able to say happy birthday to one of our good friends, Johnny Hustlepedia. So happy birthday, buddy. And also Enter the Nexus is now available for people to do it. And it's actually a very affordable subscription as well in terms of that. And then also a 7-day free trial. So if you don't like it or anything like that, but you are going to, I definitely been using it in terms of like my specific notifications when things are hitting certain levels. And yeah, it's just been phenomenal. And if you want to, I know that I'm just trying to kind of speed through this because we're already almost an hour in. We haven't gotten to our show sponsors yet. But Gorilla is just saying like all the things that you can do. So we'll put this into the show notes for there.
Great video from Gorilla.
Yeah, it was freaking phenomenal.
11-minute. Oh, you know, Gorilla's gonna cook when you see an 11-minute video, baby. Come on now.
Absolutely. And then one more time, happy birthday, Johnny.
Yeah. Listen, thank you for pumping the markets, Johnny.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. We needed you, buddy. And then another quick hit here is actually RCADE Foundation selling out their nodes, and the pre-sale is officially live on that. What do you think about RCADE, brother? Have you got into any of it? I actually have not purchased one for it, but I know Dingling has. So.
Yeah, I'm not a big node guy, but shout out to RCADE. Zach D. Dragoon is the community man over there, and I love him so much. Azim is obviously Amar Azim is a big respected founder in the space. So they're launching their nodes. They've got a whole gaming ecosystem. Dingling, the whale, purchased 750 nodes.
It's crazy. I
think that's like 75K, something like that.
Yeah. I think the nodes are not. I think the nodes are priced at like 165 or 150. It's actually if you want to see it, it's under your specific tracker for Web3 gamer.
Absolutely. So yeah, shout out to RCADE Network. If you are bullish on their ecosystem, Sanjay had a really good breakdown tweet. So 2 games released this year, 14 games planned. 50% of RCADE is reserved for the nodes. 12% of their token will go for airdrops. Whole bunch of stuff cooking over there. You can use code Sanjay. You can use code JM, or whoever else has a code. If you guys are interested in that. Quick little hit for you. We'll move on to the next one.
And confirmed $160 per node. But I'm guessing that Dingling got a discounted rate for buying that much.
Yeah, well, so I think it's 160, but then with those codes, you're getting like 50% off. So you might be able to get a node for like $80. So very affordable. I will say that very, very affordable node.
Yeah, to get exposure to their ecosystem, right? So it's really understanding, and do you believe in that specific team to build a thriving ecosystem in which that a lot of things will translate and give by proxy value to that node. So
Forgotten Runiverse open beta launching today, going to
I'm
September
so excited to play this
7th.
game. I really am.
Everyone is, man. I mean, people were in my comments last night being like, are we gonna play tomorrow? And I'm like, dude, I'm down. So they launched their points system, and they're calling them donuts. Apparently this is an inside joke from I don't know, years ago in their Discord, when someone came and asked a question, and one of the co-founders was like, something about, only if you pray to the holy jelly donut or something like that. Made kind of an offhanded, funny comment. It's just been an inside joke in the Forgotten Runiverse community ever since. So this is their points system. So if you want to claim their points and farm what points usually lead to airdrops and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
That is live. They've got a bunch of quests that you can do, different earning methods and whatnot. So the Grand Fantasy MMORPG is launching. Shout out to Forgotten Runiverse, man.
Yeah, it just looks really cool. I can't wait to try it and play it. I watched Finn play in the Wolves, and I want to get in there. And you can play co-op too, so we should definitely go in there.
Yeah. Another quick hit ecosystem. Super Champs. Super Champs is releasing a new game mode for Bullet League. 3v3 battles, man. You can squad up. So you have less chance to get clapped
as
up.
long as we're teaming up with Gorilla, right?
Yeah. Gorilla or Jesus was really good.
Jesus is really good too.
Was pretty good if you didn't have ping issues. Oh, Yukon was the other one, man.
Yeah.
Yukon or Gorilla is who you want to team up with. Next up on the ecosystem, let's see. We've got proof of play. So let me read this a little bit. I'll go through it. So next week, they'll launch proof of play multi-chain. This is an important new piece of technology that proves a fully on-chain game can be invisibly sharded and then scaled to mass consumer levels. Their first chain, Apex, has been live for many months and is home to tens of thousands of players. When we launch our second chain, Boss is the name of the chain, they'll enable seamless trading between their players across each chain without needing to bridge, which is awesome. Future plans include launching additional chains, C chain and D chain. Don't worry, they say they'll have better names than that. And enhancing the infrastructure to provide a uniform experience for players. This technology built on EVM will interest other Web3 developers looking to build scalable applications without Ethereum's limitations. There's also new game features coming to Pirate Nation to make the game more social than ever. And there will be new syncs for Pirate and Gems in the game. There's also plans, Payton, to add a mobile app, which they say will attract new players and be a big catalyst for UA, user acquisition. And then finally, in this big, long announcement that I'm just reading the cliff notes from, they're introducing, or they're building rather, a proprietary on-chain game engine for other Web3 game devs to build their games on-chain, which they feel will complete the trifecta of value props that Pirate Nation and Proof of Play offer. So really cool. Congrats to Dith and Fern and Pirate Nation and Proof of Play. Listen, when they launched their pirate token, right, everyone staked it because Proof of Play was coming and was going to be their infrastructure and chain and the Proof of Play token. So their chain is launching.
This has been in development since like 2021. That's the crazy thing about all of this, is that like reading their white paper at first and even just talking to the whole team, they have not faltered from theirs, like the way that they probably got there has. And also just want to shout out Dith here real quick. I think who Dith is like kind of like a coup for Proof of Play. And just like really just showcasing and being out there and just kind of like from the podium, just kind of just like talking about like things for that. Like Jiho does it for Ronin, like Coop does it for Avax, like I do it for Wolves. Like there's all these different types of people that just kind of tweet about their different things from their personal account, just as showing like, hey, this is me too. Like, you know what I mean? This is a part of me. I just want to kind of give a shout out to Dith, because like I think there's a lot of studios that could probably benefit from having a person like this that's a little bit more forward facing, and they probably don't account for it. I should say they don't hire for it. They just it just ends up happening, right?
Yeah, you need someone communicating that marketing message. I don't know if you have that other tweet that I had from Dith up, but he says there's always going to be a new thing to look forward to because we continuously ship, and that's what we do. So he says launching the Proof of Play multi-chain is just the beginning, which like on the Web3 side, like, that's playing the Web3 game that we always talk about. Like you always want future catalysts, coming, so that people
always coming. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, people want to speculate on the token performance and all all that. So shout out to them, man. Continuing. Who said it in the comments? Showing the way. Yeah, Winterfire. I love your wolf, by the way, Winterfire. Showing the right way to build in public. Couldn't have said it better. Another ecosystem that we want to cover real quick, sharing their latest ecosystem update, Xterio. Long kind of blog post here. I don't think I have the cliff notes, to be honest. But they talk about everything that they got cooking. So if you guys have been wondering what Xterio is up to, you can check this out. They cover their entire
They have
ecosystem,
huge
right?
show mores for each one, right? So if you click in and expanded, there's like a lot of different things. I will say, like, the way that they've kind of worded some things have kind of showed me that they're trying to find a sustainable business model for Xterio and all that stuff. And so I'm very curious to see what they're coming out with. I think this is mostly just hey, update, we're still here.
Yeah.
We're still here. And then you know, they'll probably outline something, or the community manager is getting freaking bashed inside the Discord that they had to like put something out and be like, hey, like, yeah, we're still here.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm a little like fatigued, I think is the right word, of like their points and the TGE and this and that. They've got a bunch of games and so that's there.
Yeah. And Shady, I think Shady's right. Like, Xterio trying to do so much. I think what kind of ended up happening was like this type of feeling of like, oh, we're doing a game. Oh, wait, the opportunity is crazy. Let's just go even like more. Oh, we can monetize now. Let's do that. Oh, shoot, we can build a chain. Oh, dude, you know how much we raised for that chain? And now they have like now they're just like, oh, shoot. Like Hunter Soler had a really good piece on it. I recommend anybody that's a builder that reads it. It's called Expectation Debt. And the expectation debt is just accumulated so much for Overworld and Xterio that whatever they do come out with is most likely not going to hit the mark, just for the fact that it's the length of time in which that it would come to roll out, and the expectation of that rollout, because it took so much time, is going to be a little bit, you know.
It's a really good point. Yeah, people are waiting, but it is nice to get that update. Of course, Jeremy Horn, very revered and respected founder. So we're excited to see what they do. And of course, Slayer is over there, and we love her. So rooting for him, and it is at least nice to see the update. Last but not least, on the quick hits, real quick, just want to share Sugartown. I've been covering them a lot. I'm very bullish. I'm very excited about them. They did this whole kind of like countdown. Like they counted down 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 days. And then at the last minute, they're like, oh, we hit a snag. We're delaying things, but don't worry. Snapshots are being taken. So, it's good. Just update there. The update is there's no update.
Yeah, that was hilarious. In my opinion, just like the countdown, just like the anticipation. And then just say we delay.
But it happens. Listen.
It definitely does.
I would have thought with like the whole lead up to that campaign that
it was already finished. Yeah. Exactly.
But listen, development is hard. There's always snags, there's always delays, there's always unforeseen circumstances. So I love this team. Shout out to Camel, shout out to Matt Wolf, shout out to Tommy No, A. Cole, the entire team over there. I cannot wait for this. I'm so bullish on them. It's Zynga. It's actual 100%. Zynga. And when Paul Bettner was talking about how Zynga does things in the Sam thread, like it even made me more bullish. Like they don't do anything without the market research. So for them to be doing things in crypto, we talked about, Paul Bettner being here. We got Zynga here with Sugartown. So I couldn't be more excited for this. Eagerly waiting. And, welcome to Web3, guys.
Yeah. Welcome to Web3, where things get constantly pushed.
You're just paying your dues with this one.
Yeah, sure.
With that said, that's going to conclude the super quick hits. Hopefully we got through them quick enough. We can try to do some super quick games to watch. I don't know if you have that up. Soulbound raised $4 million in an unknown round funding. Super cool. Shout out to Soulbound. I think that this is the Soulbound that rebranded from World Wide Web, or is it the Soulbound?
It is the one that rebranded from.
So they raised $4 million, and they're going to be cooking. So there you go. Social gaming ecosystem. You'll love to see that. Payton, do you have the Snow Crash? I
do.
The link. Okay. So real quick, again, games to watch, just putting these on your radar, guys. Snow Crash author, Neal Stephenson. This is the author that coined the actual term metaverse. Cool. He's got a metaverse project called Artefact that they are launching. New project aims to develop intellectual property for a blockchain powered metaverse. Apparently it's like a blockchain that they kind of developed and are launching themselves. Not really
gotta love another layer too.
Sure about that. But the metaverse creator, at least of the term, is doing a project called Artefact. So maybe something to watch. And then the last one that we have is just Warden Ascent from Pixelmon. So we got a little bit of gameplay for you guys. Shout out to Loki. This was a post from Loki the bird.
Is this from Gamescom?
It might be. I'm not too sure. I would have to imagine, right? They probably had it there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Warden Ascent from Pixelmon. We're seeing some more gameplay and games coming from Pixelmon. So you love to see that. So I don't know too many details about this, but it's on the games to watch. So maybe something to keep an eye on.
Dun, 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 dun. Anybody watch Final Fantasy? But yeah, it reminds me a lot of like that specific stuff. So
yeah,
we'll see.
And with that, guys, that is about halfway through the show, or maybe 60-70% through the show. So we got to stop and take a moment to thank our wonderful sponsors who make this show possible, starting with OpenSea. They're just the best, man. They were out. We're going to talk about them actually right away. They Gamescom. Were at Gamescom.
Yeah. Newfound love for rock climbing.
Yeah, shout out to Oliver. Wasn't it his birthday recently? I think
it was his birthday. Last week. We covered it. I think a week or still. 2 weeks
belated.
ago.
Happy belated, Oliver. We love you, brother. OpenSea. What more can we say about OpenSea? They're just the best, man. The biggest, most trusted, revered marketplace. When I buy and sell NFTs, that's where I buy and sell NFTs. They support Web3 gaming. Yeah. Come on now, streaming on the OpenSea GG channel. Putting Web3 gaming on Front Street, games like Wayfounders, like Robokaiden, like Parallel, just supporting the space nonstop. They believe in Web3 gaming, so you should believe in OpenSea. Thank you guys so much for being just an incredible partner. Payton and I talk about it all the time. We are so it's crazy that we are partnered with OpenSea. It doesn't get bigger than OpenSea. So sail those OpenSeas with it when you go to buy your NFTs with OpenSea.gg. Next up, we got to thank Honeyland. Again, when we talk about S-tier partners, man, we cannot be more thankful for Corey and Honeyland. This is a game that, dude, you can just download it right now. It's free to play. If you guys have not checked out Honeyland yet, I mean, you're breaking my heart. You're melting my icy heart into nothingness. Go to honey.land and download the game. Try it out. Check it out for free. It's super simple, super casual.
Super positive too.
We've given away a bunch of queen bees. You can farm their season pass, get exclusive cosmetics. Their ecosystem is cooking. They're not to be.
They also do have some stuff coming up. I can't mention it yet, but I have tried something that Corey has been nice enough to show me. I'm really excited about it, and just kind of expanding the Honeyland universe. Really pumped. Yeah,
and their approach to the Web3 side of things, you just have to credit. They're trying to do fiat on ramps, purchasing the token within the app. They've done a lot to innovate and
not like very sexy stuff, but it's like really
not
important.
Sexy, but super, super important. If you can crack that egg, boy, is that a massive opportunity. And guys, it is we've got one final Nexus Labs lifetime pass to give away. You guys have been absolutely incredible throughout the existence of Ready Up. This is our 38th episode. We have not missed a beat, Payton. I don't think we've missed a single Monday. Sick, rain, shine, holidays. We have been here every single Monday, 38 weeks in a row. I feel like I'm on my Sam Steffanina gamified run, baby.
Sir. You got to, brother.
And Payton, we wanted to give this one to someone who's been here every single week in, week out, in the comments, supporting us, also putting out great alpha on the timeline that we often share on the actual show. Someone who, in my opinion, really embodies Web3 gaming, and who I think needs access to the Nexus Labs platform. You see it right there, getting reposted by the platform themselves. Sovereign Jawa, thank you for all of your work. Thank you for all your support.
Yes, sir.
This last Nexus Labs pass goes to you. I was saying to Payton, I was like, I hope that he shows up in the comments, because if he doesn't show up in the show today, then we're not going to be able to give it to him. We're going to have to call it audible and give it to somebody else in the crowd. But Sovereign Jawa never fails to let me down. He was here. So thank you, brother. That one goes to you.
Yeah, Sovereign Jawa, man, congratulations, brother. You've been there just consistently too, like ever since the beginning too. So there's a lot of us that have been here, probably collectively like 5 or 6 of us, and you're one of them, man. So congratulations. Hopefully you enjoy it, and definitely it's up your alley for sure.
Yeah, really appreciate you on that. And so with that, Payton, let's get into some of the news, industry news happening this week. I think big one was Gamescom. And bro, I don't think we have the tweet from Koji, but he was saying like, you guys need, it's like Gamescom reshaped the way that he views conferences. You got to get to Gamescom. Like
Dude, I got so much energy. FOMO. I think you tweeted it out, right? Like, okay,
we're going next year.
Going next year.
My goodness, it's the place to be. So let's look at some of the winners and losers of Gamescom. You see Parallel's booth right there. You see Wilder World doing a big activation. Illuvium, probably in the Immutable booth. Pixelmon.
Yeah, Pixelmon's looked really good. I have a zoom up picture too from this. Just, dude, it looked so good. Mr. Spaceman, shout out to him in terms of but yeah, he says it here. Best award Web3 gaming booth at Gamescom goes to Pixelmon and Bornless. But just look how cool that looks, dude.
Yeah.
Tavern.
Yeah, banger, dude. Like, where's this at 3XP? Where's this at GDC? I'd love to see it, but apparently we got to go to Gamescom. Yeah, look at Josh right there. Yeah, look at our guy Josh right there. Oh, we love that guy. Shout out to Josh, BD at Bornless, with them from the very beginning.
Can I just take a second?
Yeah, he's sexy.
Okay. 3XP, literally, he was literally a small little computer at 3XP inside of Immutable. The amount of love that I have for this team of just showing how much like just tenacity and just research and just like grit can do for your specific game. Look at them at Gamescom. Look at this line of people showing up saying, I want to play this game. Yeah. And this is at Gamescom. This is the gamers hub for people. This is consumer gamers. And look at this line. Looking at this and everything from a 3XP laptop into a freaking booth at Gamescom.
Yeah. I love to see it. We have a link. I think there's a video. If you have it.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Yeah. Like, let's take a look at this, man. Look at this freaking booth.
Yeah.
With the freaking characters, with the vibe, with the gameplay.
Third time today.
Oh,
not today, but this week, and I enjoyed it every day so far, and I already recommended it to so many guys.
Dude, I am hyping because there's things in this game that I've never seen before.
Yeah, I know.
In the game. Like, I'm like,
don't worry, we're getting a Wolves.
2024. Bornless is definitely my highlight this year. Definitely 100%. Yeah.
Oh man, the response from the community, the gamers
I love
there.
it.
Just look at the line, like you said, the line.
Yeah,
they had their monsters there. The booth looked insane. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's really amazing. Yeah, it gives me shivers. I definitely probably won't like a lot of the game, but at the same time, I just again just want to say congratulations to the Bornless team. People don't know their journey. It is just such a cool journey. I need to document that journey because it's such a freaking cool one, man.
1000%. Again, there's a lot of new people in the space that maybe weren't here 2 years ago when Bornless, was making a lot of noise. First of all, their first trailer was insane. They were up for trailer of the year at my award show. Shrapnel ended up winning it, but like that was my pick for real. The team's amazing. The game is super fun. I've played the game. I played it a lot 2 years ago when they were doing private tests and whatnot.
For sure.
Can't wait to play it with all of you guys. It's kind of like a twist on a battle royale. So it's PvP, but also with PvE elements because they've got their custom monsters that are in the game that kind of.
Oh, that's what I want to say. Iceyyy, the cosplay literally takes like 3 or 4 months to make. Just so just for people that just don't know cosplay, that specific time. So they've been planning this for a long time, and congratulations on the execution.
Yeah, shout out to Lau actually, who was at Gamescom and did a Wolves meetup. I don't know if we have that photo, but that was amazing.
I'll
the
get
entire Wolves crew that was out there. Oliver, Tony, there was a lot of people. Gaspode was there. Proof of Dork was there. There was a lot of people. You know, Wolves represented strong at Gamescom, and shout out to Lau for really organizing that. You see Nico the Pico, it's Donaldo,
Oliver,
Michael O'Connor,
Annie. I think that's Annie.
Annie Mositas, yeah.
And there's Tony.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Lau looking good,
brother and sisterhood, man. That's just what it's all about.
Yeah, so cool, man. So cool. We love to see that. Hope you guys had a blast. We'll be there next year. Wow. Mark it.
Put it on the
Payton
map.
and I will be there next year. We'll run that photo back. So clearly, I think the winners for me, were Bornless. Pixelmon had a great booth. Wild World also had a really nice activation. They were out there. I saw Zen doing some interviews. They had the cars and everything. Featuring.
And cool that like Wild World also showcased other games.
They're the best, man. They're great. Teddy was there. Shout out to Hype Teddy in the chat earlier. He was there. I think day 4 he closes out their video talking about that. There he is right there. He closes out this video. What am I even talking about?
Shooting coming out. It's gonna be insane. If you like playing GTA and games like that,
it's
definitely hop on Wild World.
Teddy, thank you for being out there, getting the on-ground research and intel for us. I feel like the gaming intelligence agency with this report here. And then honorable mention, it has to go to Immutable. Immutable was out there strong. I don't know if like Ronin or Avax were out there with a booth. I know the Avax team was there cooking up. So shout out to Immutable for representing for the chains, putting together a big old booth. Of course, they had their presses right there. I got one of their hoodie presses from NFT NYC. I know Hannah was there, a bunch of the team. So congrats to Immutable for representing out there.
Yes, sir. But we also got to touch on some losers as well. It sounds so mean to say it.
Listen,
we got to, right? So if anything, I feel like I've always said this is the last time, but probably not. But Saj says Dimensionals just reserved the largest booth at Gamescom, and shout out to Hunter.
Well, everyone was excited about this. This is back in February, and this is when we were all still like rooting and believing in Dimensionals. Like, oh man, you're gonna come out, make a big splash at Gamescom. Yeah, Web3 gaming is here. It's inevitable. And then
he did make a splash though.
The freaking guy, they leave Web3. I mean, it's I don't want to beat a dead horse at this point, but we all know what happened. And listen, also, I mean, the booth looks sick. I will give them credit.
Let's pause. It does look sick. I think the way that the outline of the booth is and everything like that was freaking dope. But we also have to point out to the fact that Jonah posted this thing in Asmongold, and I think a lot of people know who Asmongold is. But Asmongold is a very famous just streamer.
One of the most popular streamers in the world, right?
He's probably the biggest gaming streamer. Like Kai Sanat, Aiden Ross, those guys are like political, type of general chatting. But definitely Asmongold is like the biggest gaming streamer in my opinion. But it's probably debatable on that. But this is what
top three in the world.
For sure. This is what he says on Dimensionals whenever Dimensionals came across the screen for like a trailer.
Yeah, so they reacted to it on the Feature Game Show. Also breaking trailer.
The only ones you can rely on are
Captain Planet.
You see his face? He's like rolling his eyes.
Sorry for the small little viewpoint here, guys. It's really what it comes down to, though. It's like the trailer is also a little bit cringe, though, in my opinion.
Like a 90s commercial.
It's a 90s commercial, but at the same time, it's like for this. I told you this off a camera, but it's like it's a hardcore Steam roguelike games that have like raids of like 20 to 30 minutes, right? That is the aspect of it. And so he's also tweeting that this game is made for 32-year-olds who look like thumbs
and whose personality is a Funko Pop. So not the best look for Dimensionals, not the reaction that you want to see when you're at Gamescom, debuting your big trailer, making your big splash. Coop trolling hilariously, I found where the royalty money went.
Hilarious.
I tweeted out like it hurt to see this, like it hurt me. And I wasn't even a Dimensionals holder or like really into the ecosystem.
I was just like holder.
the way that it all went down, it kind of hurt. Like to make the big announcement, we're leaving Web3 and here's all the reasons why I'm pointing fingers. And then like 2 days later, you're like showing this big booth at Gamescom. Just sour taste. Sam in the comments, much love, brother. Appreciate you pulling up, saying, yeah, I mean, great point. His reaction to the trailer means nothing. We need the reaction to the actual gameplay for sure. Just kind of covering, winners and losers of the content that we got from Gamescom. And, that doesn't, that's not what you want to see. But yeah, definitely rooting for the game for sure. We can tongue in cheek dimensionals for leaving Web3 as much as we want. But, obviously a lot of people invested into the game. A lot of people love the IP. A lot of heart.
Holder, by the way. They should shut off contracts and should be soulbound for the forever.
A lot of heart and soul, time, blood, sweat, and tears go into making games. So we shouldn't prey on anybody's downfall. We definitely ultimately wish them the best moving forward.
This is the big one.
Yeah, let's talk about the big news story, guys. Let's transition here. Sonium. First of all, what do we think of the name Sonium?
I actually kind of like it.
I kind of like it too.
I think it slaps. I think it slaps. Yeah. Sonium,
Okay.
Sure.
So Sony Group and Startail unveiled. I don't know about Startail. I kind of like that name too, Startail. Unveiled development of the Sonium blockchain to accelerate Web3 innovation, a joint venture between Sony Group and Startail. The new blockchain built on Optimism Superchain unites leading Web3 projects and infrastructure pioneers, including Astar Network, Circle, which is, USDC, right, Chainlink, Alchemy, and The Graph. They plan to bridge the gap between decentralized innovation. Decentralized innovation and everyday consumer applications in entertainment, gaming, and finance. The versatile superchain is a network of chains leveraging the OP stack. Sonium will be simplifying blockchain experiences while empowering developers, creators, and communities. Built on accessibility, scalability, and efficiency, it aims to solve real-world problems across industries globally. We've got a quote here from the chairman of Sony Block Solutions. He says, "We believe that the development of a comprehensive Web3 solution based on the blockchain is very significant for the Sony Group." You love to hear that. I mean, that's big. They're leaning right into the Web3 culture. Their motto is GM with Sonium. Yeah. Just for the record, guys, GM with Sonium. But it isn't just a catchy phrase. It expresses a goal to go mainstream. Go mainstream.
Kearney makes a good comment. Says like the love Web3 buzzwords. It's like they had like a checklist and they just make sure they hit it all.
So yeah, let's talk about it. Quite a lot of buzzwords there. I did see a lot of people in the comments saying like, kind of calling that up, being like, it doesn't really sound like you've got a concrete vision. It's just like kind of buzzwords. Like, why do we even need a blockchain for this? Payton, you've got the article up and you got some quotes. So before we get to that, maybe we can break this down a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure. And so I read the article, and this is on their website, which I don't know if a lot of people went to it. So it's something that I like to do. And so like a public Ethereum layer 2 next generation blockchain, again, buzzwords, but it is public. And that was something that surprised me, was that I thought it was going to be a private chain that was going to be housed in kind of like their Sony products or any like that aspect of things.
I did
but
too.
It being a public one, that's a huge like win in my book already. So it already kind of started off in like a really good way for me. And then this specific term was said throughout the article many times. So entertainment, gaming, finance, and various other possibilities. And, we're going to talk a little bit about the aspects of like other specific people doing chains.
Yeah.
Something that I told you is about, this is actually Sony's chain, right? So
yeah,
it's a little bit more level commitment. And also, if you guys remember, the first time they announced this was back in 2022, I believe. And so it's not like it's been something that has been, mentioned and then like just forgotten. It's like go through all the patents and everything like that, and then go through like, okay, we're actually going to go live with it. And yeah, there's a lot of buzzwords, but in my opinion, it's the buzzwords that like we're still kind of using. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like I am hopefully optimistic.
Yeah.
so easy to criticize currently right now.
Yeah.
If we want to go into some of the kind of like Tyler specific posts and everything like that, we can kind of go into it, and I'll be able to kind of
so this is what we know so far. So the vision is to realize the open network, open internet that transcends boundaries. The tech, it's an open network ETH L2 leveraging OP stack and on Superchain. I did see a lot of comments being like, another day, another L2.
Yeah.
So there is that criticism.
But also, criticism, but at the same time, it's
also Sony. It's also Sony and PlayStation, right?
Yeah,
and
I can spin one up and no one gives a crap, but it's Sony. Like, okay, guys.
Like you said, this is not their first foray into crypto. They've been filing patents throughout the years for digital assets and different ways and whatnot we've covered this many times on the show. That kind of like lend credence to, potential blockchains and digital ledgers and things like that. So listen, we all see where the puck is going. We all believe that crypto gaming is inevitable. And clearly Sony and PlayStation have their eye on it. And this is their big, one of their big steps further into the ecosystem. I will caveat it and say, like, we've seen a lot of people kind of, dip their toe in the water. So, I don't think that this is like PlayStation is getting, crypto games, but it's an early stepping stone to, that future that we do see. Because it also makes me think of like Ubisoft, right? Like all the things that Ubisoft is doing in crypto gaming. Well, it's like the Ubisoft Innovation Lab, which is like a small kind of department within Ubisoft. So like, while it's, exciting and bullish, it's not Ubisoft, right? This isn't PlayStation, but still, I'll let you continue.
Well, I think you kind of said it, and I just wanted to bring it up just because you mentioned it. It's like, hey, there's a lot of companies that have gone into this with eyes wide open, and also probably committed a few months in dipping their toes and then like quickly backed out saying that's too frigid, that's too cold. But it says like Nike, Adidas, Starbucks, right, had very similar partnerships with Polygon,
right?
And my counterpoint to this, right, is that like it wasn't their own chain, but also like Nike, Adidas, Starbucks, and a lot of these are like more like McDonald's, like all of them are like products in which that are like not in natively digital format. So
True.
Nike is, merchandise as well as like shoes, Adidas same way, Starbucks loyalty programs for a cup of coffee. There's only a limited amount of type of, I guess, transcendence that you can try to put into a digital product. In my opinion, Sony, especially within like their website of saying is like they've already really have an audience of people that has a, like, I guess, a tendency towards the digital, right? Entertainment, gaming, finance, all of these are like more software products, more different types of creators. Another specific kind of layout through all of this actually reminds me a little of like Saga in terms of like their vision is like more like, hey, we want to unleash creativity. I don't know what this means. Again, I'm just more optimistic than probably a lot of people that are just saying like, oh, this is just another one. I don't think that is the case. Like, I don't think this is like another Nike, Adidas, Starbucks. I don't think they would have committed this hard, this early. And there's articles littered throughout all of this of like, it's slow, then all of a sudden. So Sony files patents for NFTs. This is back in March 21, 2023. Yeah. So like they are like putting things in place to maybe have like a really good shot instead of just like spinning up a chain, partnering with Polygon to get a marketing beat and then like doing a Starbucks, right, type of like loyalty reward program that they're eventually going to spin down. I think it's harder to spin down a whole chain that you are in charge of hosting, right? So that's just my thoughts. It's kind of counter to a lot of the timeline.
Well, I'm curious, right? Like, what do you guys think in the comments, right? Do you think that this is a big deal and that like, this is a real foray into blockchain from Sony's behalf? Or do you think it will be, maybe they'll come in and be like, no, that's too hard and end up leaving? I'm really curious. I think that, I think you make a great bull case, Payton. Maybe they got the message that Web3 gaming is going to be big, and they're like, "We want."
Might be on Hopium. You never know.
Listen, Hopium or Sonium. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the same thing, brother.
No, I mean, either way, it's like Matt. I was always one that I'm very I'm call it naive, if you will, right? But it's like, it's great. These are great signals. It's awesome to see Nike dip their toe in, Adidas, Starbucks. I even think of like Reddit and GameStop. I even think of like Twitter having the NFT profiles. Like all of these things are necessary shots on goal, experiments to see what's good about the tech, what people like about the tech, how they can interact with it, if they can find use cases and value and whatnot from it. A lot of it's not going to work out, but a lot of it ends up being the building blocks that then lead to something massive, right? We always make the comparison of like the .com bubble, right? It was euphoria. It was tulip season. A lot of things, went to zero, but then 10 years later, we get Amazon, we get Netflix, we get Uber, we get pets.com. It absolutely kind of takes over everything. So whether or not, Sonium ends up leading to, PlayStation crypto games, I do think that like we all believe that Web3 gaming is inevitable. So this is awesome to see. Now, I also want to point out that it's funny that that Katuk, sorry if I'm saying your Twitter handle wrong, mentions that like the partnerships with Polygon, because Ryan Wyatt was at Polygon, probably drove a lot of those partnerships, and he moved to Optimism. And now we get
well connected, bro.
Ryan Wyatt moves to Optimism, and all of a sudden Sonium has a blockchain.
Ryan Wyatt, come to Wolves.
Yeah, and I have the tweet if you have the link, Payton. Like he is quoted in the thread here. They have a bunch of people. So Ryan Wyatt, chief of growth, right there at Optimism. He doesn't really comment too much on it, but he just says, it's going to be further supporting its ever expanding ecosystem. This partnership marks a significant moment for the super chain. We look forward to working closely with them. So again, no one's really shedding light on like how big this is going to be or what it means or what they're going to do with it.
Probably a lot of lawyers too in the midst of all of this. It's just like, hey, be super generic. Like we don't want to put any type of thing out there. Like it also has like different types of partners. Maybe there is a game partner, but like people don't want to, like the lawyers are very strict on like who they actually can bring on because they don't want other people to get like, exposure to that specific platform. And so there's just probably a lot of delicacy in this. But
either way, there you go. Sonium, that's the handle. I highly recommend checking out this thread or the blog post that Payton posted. We will have the show links just a little bit after the show. It's a good read. There's a lot of people that are partnered and involved, right? They mentioned Circle. So USDC will be available on the chain. They talk about finance, they talk about gaming, entertainment. Chainlink is a partner. So like they're trying to do it the right way. And it's very exciting.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like, in my opinion, what are all the other specific platforms? They just kind of spun up something really quickly, I think, because of the craze. Versus like filing patents, figuring out all this stuff and figuring out like how to launch it out.
Very true.
Their timing might be good, but we'll see. And McKillen says, what are the odds we get Sonium airdrop? Probably very slim. But you know what will have a very high likelihood of you participating in something? It is our next specific partner, not partner, but Magic Eden. Magic Eden mobile app is officially live on iOS and Android. And
that transition though, man. Seamless, man.
Yes, seamless. Big dog. And so Magic Eden, definitely probably download because they are somebody that understands Web3, understands participation, understands like community. And so I definitely would recommend doing something there.
Massive announcements. Two major announcements from Magic Eden last week. First of which, their wallet mobile app available. Probably should go download it. Absolutely. And then they announced their token. So ME token claim will be coming to their wallet that they just announced.
Yes, sir.
Shocker. So shout out to them. So this is from actually, if you can go back,
Foundation.
It's the foundation. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's the Me Foundation. Sorry. Thank you. Powering the #1 cross-chain dApps ecosystem. People should be able to trade fungibles and NFTs on any major chain, anytime, all in one place. They're cooking, man. Magic Eden announces their token. This is pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
And it really just kind of goes into like what their vision was. As you saw it on, I think Vo also said it too. They're trying to transcend the marketplace, right? Type of like, I guess, brand on top of them is like, hey, the Magic Eden community will lead 3 massive paradigms just for DApps. And I think it's going from like, hey, this marketplace was just Solana into Polygon, into Ethereum, into now Bitcoin. So now it's like all this cross-chain activity, and it's just something that they're super, like, I guess that's kind of that's what their North Star was, is like, hey, this is trying to go into more retail and natives. Let's try to get into like more of like the consumer apps and everything. And so
I
and they're just freaking amazing on brand on marketing, dude. They're so funny.
I have some quotes here, so we can break this down a little bit further. Please. But I mean, first and foremost, huge congratulations to Magic Eden for getting this out the door. Congratulations to Vo, Tiffany, Chris Akavan, Knock, you know, congratulations to the entire Magic Eden team. Talk about people that have been building through the bear market, like you said, with that North Star, with that clear vision. This is massive. This is massive. So they mentioned in this article, crypto having a growth problem between crypto retail and natives. There are 2 types of people with vastly different behaviors. Most of crypto retail, am I combining those and saying cryptail?
Yeah,
crypto retail uses centralized exchanges and have less exposure to different asset classes, use cases, and tools that thrive in a bull market. Crypto natives navigate many decentralized apps across chains and take on a bunch of risk. You could call these 2 personas the early adopters versus the early majority. Magic Eden believes, or the foundation believes, that $me is unique. Also, nice ticker. I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Shout out to them. $me is uniquely positioned to help bridge the gap. So to your point, Payton, it kind of sounds like they're kind of building like the everything app, right? It's an app that you can download on iOS and Android.
Has anyone told Pudgies yet?
Yeah, right. It's going to power end-to-end experiences through that app, which will be like the home for an on-chain user's journey. So in the app, in the wallet, users can on-ramp, swap fungible tokens across chains. You mentioned all the chains that they're supporting. Right. They can list NFTs, manage their assets, and even more to come. So most apps, also, with most apps being like desktop, with this being a mobile app, there's a lot of opportunity here. So the vision, in conclusion, the vision for the Magic Eden token is a future where anybody can trade NFTs or fungible tokens on any major chain at any time, all in one place.
Crazy.
And they believe that this is going to drive more users on chain via the most limitless, seamless experiences built for everyone.
Yeah. Ambitious,
crazy
for sure. Love
crazy.
It.
I love the vision, and I mean this is like probably the holy grail of crypto, right? Is like it being seamless, cross-chain, being able to do whatever you want to do in one place. I think that there's probably a few people trying to tackle that, but Magic Eden is making major headway with the launch of their wallet and token. Incredible.
Yeah. Honestly, crazy. Yeah, Kieran saying looks like we're primed for NFT bull run through farming for this token.
NFTs are back.
We'll see. Yeah, that definitely happened with Blur, right? Farming and everything like that, having bids and all that stuff. So
yeah,
we will see. Probably it would be if they use the same Blur strategy for Me token, which will definitely work because they're a bigger brand at the time, right? Blur is now it's relatively big in terms of the crypto sphere. I think it will do fairly well when it comes to like, stats or statistics that they're trying to get for their wallet. So excited for them.
Super exciting times. Super exciting times. Of course, people like wanted OpenSea to launch a token.
Right.
Who knows? But
we'll see. We've all been farming for that one long enough because we use it all the time. So
yeah. Last, we want to do shout out Tiffany. Tiffany working at Magic. I'll let you take this, Payton.
Yeah, I definitely just wanted to. I added this into the show myself because Tiff is a prior boss of mine, and I will say that she is like one of the hardest working people in the space, including like Vo. I definitely think that Tiff and Vo are like the people that I look up, especially to just like for inspiration of people that kick ass, know Web3, and are just know how to articulate it very well and know how to execute. Because it's very hard to find that trifecta of people that just understand everything and know how to execute as well. And so I just want to give a big shout out to Tiffany, that I love her, and also congratulations on being a huge person for the Magic Eden Foundation, or the Me Foundation. I don't know what they're calling it in terms of that stuff, but really cool that they're doing it.
Huge shout out to Tiffany. I've also known her for almost 2 years. Her and Vo came to my award show. That was when I first met them. I think through you, Payton, actually. You connected us. And
I think I was working with her at the time, or I was working with her and Vo doing Azur's Mint.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, I was working for them at Magic Eden. So it was, it was like a quick turnaround.
Super cool. They came to the award show. They were hosting, this was like, they were hosting a mixer the following day. So I went to that.
Yeah.
And have known them ever since and watched them just absolutely dominate and crush and work super hard through the bear market. Again, you said it so beautifully earlier, Payton. The people that like were here and stuck out through 16K Bitcoin, like that means that they're true to this,
right?
And they believe in this space. When a lot of people could have been like, it's over. Let me go back to a regular kind of job or more traditional kind of job. Like Vo and Tiffany have like stayed the course, believed the vision, and deserve all the success. Same with Nox, same with everybody in this space, right? But really, really amazing to see. Congrats to them. If you guys aren't following Tiff, make sure you go follow her. She's an absolute crusher, and really excited. Congrats to everybody that's been like collecting gems and farming gems on the Magic Eden platform. I'm sure hopefully this is going to lead to something fantastic for you guys.
Yeah.
And with that,
another week, MFers go to sleep, Snooch.
Shout out to Jack in the chat, buddy. My guy.
Let's get to it. We got
close out with some trailers, baby.
Trailers. I'm also gonna sit down for the trailers because I want to react to it. But I got my Osmo Pocket, brother.
Oh, let's go. Oh, new angle,
sir.
My guy. This follows
2 angles,
you too,
my
right?
guy. Yeah, it follows me.
That.
That's a dude. I'm really just flexing it. I had like no reason to actually do it, but I'm going to anyways. Yeah. But yeah, the first the first trailer is gonna be shut up. Yes, sir. We got trailers, guys. This is always exactly. Taylor says it himself. It is your favorite part. It's also our favorite part. We honestly love it. We also this is like probably the most fun that we have in the whole show because we get to interact with you guys probably the most that we really want to. I think throughout the whole show, it's hard for me to be like, oh, like everybody's chatting, everyone's like loving it. And then like not be able to interact with it. It's like probably the hardest thing in doing these streams, but Iceyyy does a great job. And I'm the one that looks at it and puts it on comments and miss his questions. So, all right, let's get to it. Forgotten Runes.
They got a trailer for their open beta with their donuts campaign.
Starts today.
Let's look at this.
Starts today.
Okay, we in here. We got a wizard. Ooh. Yeah, let him know.
Kill him.
With the staff. Ooh, kill him.
Donuts.
The golden donut.
Hey, golden donut for a golden wolf. Let's get it.
I mean, this looks beautiful.
Well, it's like reminds me of like Indiana Jones. Ooh. Not gonna lie, it scared me a little bit. Okay. Just pooped a little bit. All good.
Yeah. Dude, he looks like a RuneScape wizard. Oh my
yeah.
Dude, the detail on this, the fidelity, the quality.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Watch out for the bones.
Gandalf Jones. That's the
Gandalf Jones. Amazing, Crimson. Okay, this is definitely Indiana Jones. Okay, we get it.
Yeah.
We got a frog, golden frog. Okay,
it's gonna move.
Yeah. What are we doing? I love it. No, wait, you're frog, bro. You're homie. Oh, that's traded down. Oh, what is this? Okay, stacked
donuts. Got it. I will. Great storytelling, man.
I love that, man. I love that. That was like, it's not gameplay. It's not even a cinematic trailer. Like that was just like a teaser for their point system. Like,
no, it's like it's so well. Okay, so the Forgotten Runiverse, like I want to cover them just like naturally because like I feel like they just also understand community, you know?
Yeah.
And like this whole point system is based off of like just a head nod for their community, man.
Right.
Yeah, King Snooch said effing love it, laugh so hard. Yeah, absolutely, dude. A lot of people are saying 10 out of 10 and everything like that. I definitely I can't give it a 9 because it's like no gameplay, but it's a 8.3. 8.3 for me.
Bro, I'm at like an 8.5. Like for the production quality of what they gave us, I freaking loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah,
it was so, like the quality. Good. If they were to do that with like lower fidelity, I'd be like, you know, like okay, you're just copying, like you know, it's very, very kind of bait. But like the amount of like level of detail and quality and just like the time, the sound design, I loved it. That was fantastic. It's hard to scale it because you know it's not like really a teaser or game trailer or anything, but for what it was, that was freaking awesome.
They have comic books and all that stuff too, right? So the thing is like it's one of those aspects of like they're building within their community, and I definitely think that they have like 1,000 true fans, right? Yeah, and we're all becoming bigger fans because of the love that they have for their community. It's like whenever you see that kind of community or kind of like a head nod towards it, it's like, oh shoot, like they listen, they do all that kind of stuff. Like maybe I want to be part of it. Maybe something I'll say or whatever, and I'll do and I'll participate in.
I'll say this, Payton, hot take. This just became my favorite IP on Ronin.
Really? So this is the crazy thing. So I talked to somebody on Ronin recently. They said Forgotten Runes probably has the best specific chance to break into US.
With stuff like that, with like that kind of personality and like production, I can see it, man. That was hilarious and fun.
Yeah, we love it, man. I love it.
And that's no shot at Kydro. That's no shot at Ragnarok. That's no shot at any. No, because I love Ronin. We love Ronin. We love Ronin. But that was awesome, man. Play the AI Arena trailer.
Sounds good. Yes, I love the sounds for this AI Arenas. I used to shoutcast, not used to, but I used to do it. Bullet kick, down kick.
Welcome to AI Arena.
Love it.
A global machine learning competition where players can design, train, and battle AI powered.
Tell me, AI bot.
While in training,
this seems like the intro that they've done before. No?
Is it?
This is an old trailer or no?
Oh, this is my first time seeing it.
Okay. Over to the configuration
and they posted on August 23rd.
Here, you can control different aspects of the learning process. Once configuration is done,
I like how they show like how to actually use the tutorial and play the game.
It's difficult though. This is like the thing about it though.
Very difficult.
After you inspect, you can either head back into training to work on a new technique, or if you are feeling confident, then it is time to put your AI to the test in the arena. Good luck out there, human.
So I think, okay, so this is what I'll say about AI Arena. So I think this is an old trailer. They might have, this is the one that they used at the start of their tournaments and stuff like that. That being said, I think when it comes to AI Arena, it's very like difficult, like as you see like all these specific ones, but like it is so fun to watch with the understanding that people train these freaking models.
Yes.
It is like so much fun. And there's like, I clicked on Jay Lucky put out something recently about the Rocket League and how they trained the AI for them to play Rocket League. Yeah. And it was so freaking cool. And so I personally think that AI Arena should lean in more towards the entertaining aspect of like showcasing those, which I think they are. I just don't think that they've like really hit the mark on them because like it would be really cool to have like an Iceyyy bot versus a Payton bot, and then like people to just kind of like just go through like a content creator. I see Yukin in there and Yukin versus Justin, right? Yeah. There's all these specific ones. Like just tune in, like bet on who's gonna win. Is it gonna be Iceyyy or is it gonna be Payton, right? And like all those specific ones. And so I think it's a really complex game, but I also think that their ecosystem is not to be slept on. I think this is public now, and apologies way if it's not, really do. But like in terms of, I know you love when I say that.
Friend, yeah. You're like, I might get in trouble for this, but I'm sending it anyways.
Yeah, they're definitely into like a lot more of like colleges and like different types of like AI machine learning type of classes.
Yeah.
And like this is perfect for like machine learning like 101, right? And like the amount of like fantasy, like just think about like fantasy leagues, but like all of it being like basically colleges. That'll be very cool. Like OU versus OSU or OU versus Texas, like Red River rivalry type of like machine learning type of ones. I think would be really cool. But anyways, I like AI Arena.
Well,
I
yeah,
have
no.
our end too, but I don't have much of it.
It is a very hard game to kind of like go through and learn. It's very, very technical. So it makes a lot of sense that they would lean into like the colleges and the classes and maybe people who are learning or experimenting with AI and studying AI. This is a really great game. And that's kind of the value prop or the positioning of AI Arena. It's like, hey, come have fun learning AI. And we put it into a game mode for you to do that. But like every time that I've heard people explain it or I've seen gameplay and like I've tried to understand, I'm like, that sounds hard. That sounds difficult. I don't really get it. I'm a visual person. So it wasn't until Sam started doing his Learning with Guppy series that like I saw like, oh, okay, yeah, you go through these moves and you train the AI based on how you would, you know, fight and battle and like your personality and your strategies. And then the AI takes that model and then, you know, executes it, but also innovates on it and learns and like, oh, that's really cool. And then when I saw this trailer in prepping for the show, I'm like, oh, this is like a very easy, digestible way introduction into the game. So I'm sure like other people like myself, there are many people in the chat who haven't seen that. So no,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's
this
kind of
was
what
only available
AI
for people
Arena's
that participated in the tournament. So like, yeah, I don't think it was like publicly live, I guess, per se.
Got it.
But I completely concur with you. It's very difficult to get into. Like my model sucks. And I poured like 3 or 4 hours into it.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Cool. Shout out to AI Arena, guys. Cooking.
Yeah, cooking, man. Next up is Soulbound, and this is the Soulbound. Correct me if I'm wrong, is the one that got funded by like Discord and all that stuff.
Yeah,
won the award. Cool.
$4 million raise, rebranded, I think, from World Wide Web. Kind of fun trailer. Let's jump into it.
The world is lost. Jobs.
So this is like an MMORPG,
gone.
Right? But in Discord?
We've escaped into virtual worlds.
Last I knew,
disconnected
like
from reality.
Decentraland. It was like
One
open world, but then there was the Discord integration. I don't know what they're
dying
doing.
wife.
I'll be honest.
The creator set out to build a virtual
got a
world
lot going on.
that could host the
Maybe a
human
game to
soul,
watch.
immortalizing the human race forever. He called it Soulbound. What began as a dream became something far more dangerous.
Soulbound, like
the anima emerged.
Or
sentient
Soulbound
beings born from his code.
Yeah.
More than just AI.
But
they became gods.
No, King Snoot, this is
Soulbound
Soulbound that
their own desires.
Rebranded from World Wide Web.
Weren't content with staying in the game.
I love this art, dude. The voiceover is crazy.
Like this.
To rewrite the real world in their image.
The lore
they succeed.
Is crazy.
Everything changes.
Like this looks sick.
To stop the anima, the world's governments turned to an unlikely source. Players. The best. The brightest. Their
this
mission.
Is wild.
Enter Soulbound.
I'm feeling it.
Back from within.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some emotion.
It just ends though.
Yeah, man, you gotta leave them longing for some stuff. Yeah, like the art is like really cool, and so
art's amazing.
Seems like the premise is like, you know, the creator makes a world that can house the human soul, and then something goes wrong, and then we bring in gamers.
Cool.
Like
interesting premise. Yeah, one to watch. If I had to rate it. Oh, and if I had to rate the AI one, I mean, like 7.9. Like it's great. Like I loved it as an introduction, making me understand the game, wanting to play. I thought it was very fun the way that the AI bot popped up, fun voice, took me through everything.
I like that little
I rate it high.
7.2 for me for AI Arena.
Cool.
But what do you do for this one?
This is interesting, man. I love the art and I love the voiceover was really good, the story, but it doesn't really. There's no like beat changes. It's kind of the same. Doesn't really go up. Reuse story, yeah, sure. Nice. Yeah, it's in the 7s for me, but it's like a 7.3, I'd say.
Nice. I'll give it a 6.8 because exactly what Crimson said. Like it's a reuse story. I feel like it's like fair. It's cool in terms of that stuff. I always kind of like it, and sometimes reusing this story and all that stuff is really cool, and you can see kind of the rabbit holes. But yeah, it seems like every other superhero origin story. But King Snoot saying 7.2, Taylor saying 6.9. But Crimson, even with that specific reuse story, has 7.9. Nice art. Maybe he's just nodding it to the art. Casing 6.7, not so clear lore.
Yeah, I agree.
Lao 6.5. So
a lot of questions. I agree with that. If the art wasn't so friggin' cool, it wouldn't be in the 7s to me. But the art was really cool, and even the voice actor that they got to voice that, I thought was like very high quality. Like
very high quality.
It brought me in versus like
definitely,
some of the.
Yeah, I felt something for sure.
That's not a Fiverr voiceover right there.
Yeah, that might just be me needing to pee, but I definitely felt something. And then Jack said the Soulbound rebound was under the radar smooth. No, I 100% agree, Jack.
Very interesting. Yeah, they're pulling off this rebrand for sure.
I told you.
Yeah,
I told you they were going to.
Yeah,
but
you did. You actually did.
I have not. Okay, confession. I have not like really understood Black Myth Wukong. Never actually even watched a trailer like ever about it. I know that it was popular. I saw it on Steam and all that stuff. I did not know it was this level of hype.
Yeah.
And so I will say this is like kind of my first live reaction to Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah, so I put this on here. I mean, this is game of the week. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's playing it. You're seeing the clips everywhere. I posted about it. Like
Gorilla's making guides for people.
Is he?
Yeah, he's commenting, and they're all unique. I was like, oh, maybe he's just copying and pasting these things. Like people are saying on Twitter that they have like issues with the boss. Gorilla is literally tweeting like a full-on guide with pictures of like, hey, this is where you have to go back.
Damn.
Yeah, let me try to find an example.
Gorilla is so cracked, dude. What the heck?
Let me try to find an example.
What am I doing, guys? What am I doing with my life? Like Gorilla is out here.
Okay, so here
crushing.
Here it is. Black Myth Wukong has absolutely no business being this difficult. I've been fighting this rat for 2 hours. And literally Gorilla says, rat was quite difficult and took many attempts, but I don't want to nerf, sir. I want to quick. It goes into all the no points in stance, alteration, strand, transformation. You got to definitely go into this. Some tips while fighting him. Don't use pluck against him. Like,
he's a goat. Like, put some respect on Gorilla's name. He's a freaking goat, dude.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying is that literally he did this, and I bet you it only has like 10 impressions, 171 in views. Like, you know how level of effort that he probably put to it.
Are you? Oh wait, no, but the full one. Okay, no, the main one has
4.8. Okay. Yeah, but his specific one. This is just a comment. This isn't like a thread. Anyways, I just wanted to give him props and all that stuff. It's hilarious to me. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow. Shout out to Gorilla. Shout out to OG. Shout out to Jonah. Shout out to Bryson. Saw a bunch of gameplay.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people playing it.
Yeah, people are calling
Jonas was really funny and entertaining. So shout out to him. That was really fun just to see him rage on it. I think Jonah's actually getting like a lot better in terms of content creation and like invoking the emotion that he has as a gamer. I think he should lean more heavily into it because I enjoyed it.
I love seeing Bryson making the content too, man.
Oh, dude, he's killing it. You see the concurrence, dude. He's been growing.
So, game lost 2 minutes. Yeah, people are loving the game. Some of the clips that the clip that I posted was insane. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I did see some criticisms of the game being like, like it's, I don't know, it's just kind of repetitive or whatnot. Nonetheless, this is the game of the week in traditional gaming, taking the world by storm. Potential game of the year. Payton has not seen any trailers or anything.
I have not.
Let's see how someone
I've
of this
seen clips. I should say that, but I haven't seen like any hype trailers or for it or anything like that. So
we review a lot of crypto gaming trailers here.
Yeah.
We rate them every week. 1 score. Everybody knows the rules.
Yes, sir.
Let's see how dare I say the pros do it. I don't even say that. Let's see let's see how they do it on the other side of the pond.
Okay.
Let's say it that way. I mean,
it looks sick though.
Yeah, dude.
I will also say it's been like,
are insane,
brother.
Sound design insane.
Dude, looks sick. Okay. Dude, that music,
dude.
I feel like it.
No, this is.
They're
cooking. They're cooking, dude.
There is question if single player games belong in Web3. Ooh, dude.
Yeah, let me play and beat the game, then win an NFT that's worth like $1,000.
I think Soulbound token fleet. I think it.
Yeah.
Everything should have some incorporation of it.
Oh! What are these monsters, dude?
Yeah.
Is that a giant beetle? Bruh.
It's intense, man.
Oh, the sword, the lighting on that sword.
Ooh, like a crab man.
What was that?
Golem, rock golem. Ooh,
Yeah.
electric eel.
Dude,
Ooh,
that is
dragon.
insane.
Dragoon. Oh, very cool. Yeah, man. That's cool.
Black Myth Wukong.
August 20th, coming to Sonium near you.
He did it. He did it. That's why he is him.
Yeah. And so Crimson says, yes, there's no reason a single player game can't exist in Web3. Yeah, I think there are elements of like single player games that I think could be cool, like achievements and all that stuff. I just don't really see it like single player type of like NFTs to be traded between other people. I feel like it destroys some of the single player aspects of it, but we'll see. RPG elements and all that stuff, but we'll see. I guess Pokemon had something, right?
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Mount Doji, are we sure this isn't Bushy? Shout out to Play Bushy. Dude, trailer.
Pretty sure.
Trailer was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Really, really well done. It's like an 8.5 for me. 8.5. Like,
cool. No, I loved it. I loved to have that conversation. Like, I love the single player games and everything like that. But I'm talking like beyond like just kind of like achievements or like NFTs that can be earned just by achieving something. I'm talking about like, should like single player games be able to trade stuff outside, inside and outside of it? That's kind of like what I'm saying. But anyways, we don't have to have that conversation here. King Stooch 9.1. Yeah, I would say it's very high.
What do you rate it, Payton?
Yeah,
I'm at an 8.5.
9.0.
9.
Yeah.
9.
It's like gameplay, but it also looks like a cinematic, bro.
Yeah. No, the graphics are insane.
Yeah.
Graphics are absolutely insane. The sound design was insane. Also, they don't do like
I think if it was in Web3, you would give it a 9.
Oh, if that was a Web3 trailer, for sure.
Yeah, for every Web3 trailer, there's a multiple. So
yeah, we got to give him the Web3 buff for sure. The Web3 buff.
Put a jacket on him. All right.
Won't always be the case, but it's the case for now. We gotta be honest.
Love it. All right. Well, we gotta end this.
Yeah, guys.
And we already went to 2
amazing
hours. So
show.
We gotta get going.
That is I tweeted out. Ready Up is the most comprehensive Web3 gaming show. Get your news, everything here from mints to game updates to game teasers to industry news. Hearing the best and greatest takes from Payton Kaleiwahea, founder of the WolvesDAO that just turned 3 years old.
Yes,
you absolutely love to see it. You know, my name is Iceyyy Gaming. We're out here. We do things as well. It means a lot to us that you guys show up every single week.
You do way more things, dude.
Hopefully you guys got some value. Thank you, brother. We try. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. You got some value. You got some things on your radar that you can go check out, some games to go play, or if nothing else, you shared a laugh, you had a good time, you dropped a rating, you dropped a comment. It meant a lot to us. Absolute legends in the chat every single week. I mean, I'd be here for another 10-15 minutes if I shouted everybody out, but we see all of you and I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot. And that's why we do the show. We do the show every single Monday, and I'm up till 3-4 in the morning prepping the show.
And I'm a lazy ass that goes to sleep with my kids.
Not at all. No, Payton and I talk twice a week preparing the show. We put a lot of heart and soul into this because we love this industry and we want to support this industry. We want to share projects that deserve a light shined on them, share new things that are happening that we saw. You guys are busy. You guys are super busy. We respect your time. 100%. So it's like, hey, can we condense everything into, only a 2-hour show,
Yeah.
Not too long. So we appreciate you guys. Oh, shout out to Kearney. Guys, real quick. I couldn't share it because Kearney, I don't think it's out yet, but big updates coming from Uprising. They're teasing some stuff. They say, hey, you guys want an incredible game? Well, just wait till tomorrow. Kearney DM me about something. I don't know if the announcement's been made yet, but keep an eye on Uprising today. I think they're going to be making a big announcement if they haven't yet. We'll surely be talking about it next Monday. I hate when news drops on Monday. We have to wait a week.
I know.
I also don't mind it because it gives me a chance to listen to like Simplified and Gamified. And hear some good takes. But guys, with that, that's going to do it for our show. We appreciate you so much. Ready Up every single Monday. We will see you next week. Payton, I love you. Let's do some push-ups. Peace.